You know, in The Terminator, you have a very, very famous line, maybe your most famous line ever. But you explained that when you were learning English, you didn't understand contractions. You hated them. So you thought the line should be said differently than it was written. So how would that line have sounded if you'd gotten your way?
I will be back. I was as wrong as anyone can be. I was arguing with Jim Cameron. Jim Cameron wrote the script. And so that's mistake number one. You never tell a writer that you want to change his lines. And we had that battle when we shot the scene. I said, look, I just think it sounds funny when I say, I'll be back. It's weird when I say that. And he said to me, he says, look, Arnold, let's shoot it 10 different ways. Let's not get hung up, should you say it or not, because you are going to say it. Because I wrote it. And I don't tell you how to act, and you don't tell me how to write. So let's just move forward. Let's just shoot it 10 different ways. You know, so that's how Jim and I always talk, kind of straightforward. And we shot it 10 different ways. Close-ups, medium shots, long shots, zoom-in shots, and everything you can think of. And you know, by the time I did say it like 50 times, with all the different takes and shots, it sounded right to me. It sounded strong to me because I just didn't feel like it was strong enough and machine-like enough. And in the end, you know, when I saw it in the film, I was happy that he convinced me to say it that way. And when you say a line like that, you never know if that's the line that becomes the most famous line in the movie history. And it just was voted as #1 line in movie history. You don't know that. I didn't even know it was any special at all. Only when I promoted the film, and I remember I was in New York, and I had people coming up to me on the street and saying to me, says, say it. And I said, say what? They say, the line from Terminator. And I said, which one? Oh, come on, you know, I'll be back line. I said, okay, I'll be back. No, just the way you said it in the movie. And then I would say, I'll be back. Yeah, that's the one, yeah. So I realized then, Jesus, what did we create, a monster there or something like that? It was like, wow, it was like a big surprise to me that it became such a big hit. And it became bigger as time went on, and you know, the rest is history. So since then, people have been writing lines because they think, like, I know how to deliver them. You know, in the meantime, it was Cameron just standing there and saying, okay, let's do it 20 different ways, and you got to say it exactly that way and all this stuff. But it has worked, you know. There's now the lines, hasta la vista, baby, and I lied, and fuck you, asshole, and all those kind of things. You know, they all became kind of big lines, even though there's lines someone else said many times before me. But just the way I say it, I think they become kind of something. And so it's great, you know. It has been great to be part of this movie business.